Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Digimon World 3 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this episode, we'll be making our way back to A.o.A City in order to continue the plot. I mean, we rescued everyone in Amaterasu's server, specifically by bringing Airdramon over to King Long so that he could, power the machine to make it so that everyone, is no longer Oinkmon. Before we head out, we gotta show off that we have a bunch of spare equipment floating around that we're not going to use, so we're just going to sell off a bunch of it in order to get the money that we want, in order to purchase the final stuff that we want for the final gauntlet, because we are going to be starting final gauntlet in this part.
So do you get bonuses like the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts if you're using each part of a weapon set on a Digimon?
Of an armor set, yes. But the bonuses that you get are negligible, to be perfectly honest. Like, Kumon's set gives him like an additional 20 strength and I think 20 defense. The issue being that if you're running Kumon and you don't have maxed out strength inherently, then you have just decided to play the game effectively incorrectly, because Kumon can't really be a spell attacker.
Right. So you would recommend that instead of trying to concentrate on like all parts of the set being in the same set as you equip them on the Digimon, that you just get the best stuff you can and just slap them together.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Oh no, there have been Oinkmon infiltrated the A.o.A server, Mr. Cloud. But how is that possible? We defeated the A.o.A, right?
Little pigs, let me come in. Oh no, Gerdat, they're blocking the stairs.
They are blocking the stairs. Mind you, the stairs that they're blocking are not relevant to us, because... Alright, we have officially entered the crisis point of the game. I think you can actually trigger the guards switching to being transformed into Oinkmon, and then leave and still be able to go around doing your normal stuff. But as of this point, we are officially locked into the end game.
Oh.
If there's anything that you want to do, specifically attempting to get your Mon's legendary weapon, you have to do it before coming back into the admin center in A.o.A City.
Mr. Gerdat, would you kindly remind our viewers how many different save files can you have
3
active for the same playthrough? 3? Okay, good. Because you're probably going to need a backup just in case you advance the game so far that you can't return.
Yeah, that is definitely something that happens in the North American release. Thankfully, we're playing the European release, which actually resolves this problem at during post game, specifically by having a post game.
So this is the game's idea of like the worst thing that can possibly happen, because one thing had made it happen where all the characters turned into Oinkmon, and then another thing made it happen. But because we're talking about like how bad can things really get, they went to the logical extent and turned everybody into Oinkmon again. Literally
everyone, with the exception of Junior and Kale, all the other players and NPCs in Digimon World 3 are officially Oinkmon, which means that they can't operate the machine in King Long in order to change everyone back.
Looks like our bacon is sizzled, guys.
And the ellipses after Kale says "be careful" is supposed to imply that Kale is developing some kind of aspirational feelings towards us, but I don't. Kale is such a absent force for most of the game, that especially for most of the primary gameplay loop, that there really isn't much to ship there, guys. There just really isn't. Yes, Vemmon
Market
have actually
Square.
managed to escape from Digimon, from the Digimon world, Digimon Online game, into the real world, and are starting to turn real people into Oinkmon.
Agent Smith has escaped from the Matrix.
It's very much like that, except they actually maintained their powers, as opposed to Agent Smith, who did not maintain his powers.
Trapped in this stupid, fleshy human body. It bleeds and it stings.
It takes Neo so fucking long to recognize that his co-pilot got possessed by Smith. Like,
Well, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's enough. It's one thing to, because like I had, because it reminds me of a thought that I was having just the other day, is like with all this stuff with like AI amping up like what human beings and mankind abroad can do with their tools. Like, you can make the tool as sophisticated and as honed as you want, but the one thing that tools can never do is become a substitute for your own consciousness. But then that's exactly what Agent Smith did in The Matrix, is he replaced a person's consciousness with his own.
I mean, that's effectively what he was doing during Burly Brawl.
Burly Brawl?
Yeah, during Burly Brawl. You know, when
You mean the Smith fight?
yeah.
I'm sorry. There are like 4 Smith fights in this series. I'm talking about the one where
Smith fight in Reloaded.
right, the one that me and my buddy have been watching over and over again since we were kids because of the bad CGI and also the stupid amount of sound effects like dominoes falling over when Neo knocks over the Smith clones.
Hey, the wire fu in that is still pretty fun to watch. Anyway, here is our actual final, in quotation marks, antagonist, Lord Megadeath, the edgiest motherfucker
me.
ever.
Meet the real me.
So, the plan, as I can understand it, is we're gonna use the A.o.A. in order to infiltrate the internet, take over the internet, and then use the powers of taking over the internet specifically to get access to the Gunslinger War Satellite. Why is there a Gunslinger War Satellite? Well, this world still has America in it, so. Yeah, and we took over Juggernaut and made Destromon as a decoy so that we could get access to the fucking gunslinger.
No longer will the United States think it can police the world forever.
Mostly because we'll have access to their big gun. Waha.
We will have our rootinous, tootinous battle yet, Gunslinger. Draw. Junior shakes his fist at the villain and promises nothing but swift justice.
Indeed. So, welcome to Gunslinger. This is it's a puzzle dungeon. It's very specifically 3 different teleporter mazes, and a bunch of relatively high, powerful, wild encounters for us to deal with.
Alright, now how powerful is this one? Not powerful at all.
Not powerful enough, rather.
Smack.
Yeah, Infermon's got almost exactly 1500 HP, so the fact that we only hit for 700 right now is a bit of a letdown. Off screen, we got Kumon up to level 47. So yeah, we're not gonna get any more powerful from here on out. We might actually hit 48 on our way through, but it's not going to be relevant.
Oh no, it's a teleporter maze.
I mentioned it's a teleporter maze. So, the green teleporters actually attempt to progress you further into the teleport maze, and the blue teleporters will send you all the way back to the beginning.
Oh, so anytime you want, you could just go back to the beginning.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy. Yep. So, and because it's a maze, that means that you're gonna get lost. But the more times you step around, the more Digimon you're gonna run into. The more Digimon you run into, the weaker you're gonna get as you go along.
Which is why before we came here, we bought a bunch of supercharges.
Yeah. You know, there is a certain dignity of accepting the cost of having to learn a map first versus doing the cheap route, which is okay. Create a save state. Now use that save state to, go bouncing up and down the walls, get hit left and right, have your time wasted. But then instead of proceeding with that save file, you reload the save state and then apply all those lessons you learned during the dead save state and save some time on the actual game clock for your game.
I admit it.
I think I would rather I would rather not go that route, even in the face of a challenge like this.
So I think the one that we're actually looking for is the one on the damn it.
Dance, motherfucker. Now how can you dance with 6 feet?
Well, thankfully I don't have 6 feet, so that's not a problem that I have to concern myself with.
Nobody dances with Inframon. Oh, right, Neil Glove. The wind blows coldly, Mr. Gerdad.
The other major wild encounters that you need to be on the lookout for specifically is Venom Myotismon, because Venom Myotismon actually has Darkness Chaos that can hit us really hard right now. Even though we have we've been spending some TP to level up our wisdom and our dark tolerance.
No, funny. We were just talking about video games that use dance music as the theming for the soundtrack. Oh, your feet are going to be moving around quite a bit during this maze sequence. Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Alright, so the mechanized soldiers have both Inframon and Venom Myotis. No, it's Inframon and Apocalypse? Yeah, I think it's Inframon and Apocalypse that we have to deal with. See, that's relatively scary for a physical attack on us, Mr. Cloud.
Big boxing glove, go! Hulk smash!
I mean, it's...
Oh, right, it's treated as a tamer. Oh, shit.
Hey, Apocalypse. Ow.
Wow.
So yeah, this is why we stocked up on supercharges, because although our supercharge will only heal us up to 2,000, we thankfully don't need to heal any more than that, thanks to the wisdom that we spent TP on and the dark tolerance as well. The big thing that I want to do,
Needle glove.
The big thing that I want to do during this fight is actually inflict sleep on Apocalypse with Mugen Hado. That way I can, disable him from attacking us whilst we set up for our normal gameplay plan. Which is to actually use Miso in order to get 3 times normal damage, and then finish him off with either a physical attack or hammer rush.
Nice. We have destroyed the defense robot droid.
Yes. There's one more mechanized security personnel for us to fight through. Although I think we will have to end up going into the next part in order to fight him. Another big purchase that I recommend doing before you go into Gunslinger specifically is to buy a bunch of plugs, specifically life plugs. That way you can restore your half of your HP and MP during the final fight. That way you don't have to really conserve your MP during the trek too, because conserving MP is always a minor issue. Be safe, everybody.